The shocking rise of Gen Z college freshmen who can't even do basic math, as grade inflation means graduation rates are rising. And when they say basic math, they mean middle school level math. Hey, employers, are you sure you want to keep requiring degrees from these schools that just pass everyone whether they learned anything or not? I think it's time that you reevaluated some of your accreditations. So the number of Gen Z college freshmen who are entering universities without high school math skills is skyrocketing as SAT scores are plummeting, a stunning new report has found. Well, a lot of places are no longer even using the SAT anymore, so maybe that's why. Maybe they just don't care. Even more shocking, many of these students can't even do middle school level math, meaning their skills are fifth grade or below. That still puts them in like the top 10% of intelligence when it comes to college students, though. Like, you got to remember, most college students aren't very bright. Experts say this phenomenon, combined with steadily rising high school graduate rates, show that the country is suffering from a mass grade inflation problem. No, I've been talking about this since the dawn of my channel. I know how this industry, we'll call it, works on the inside. They always just, it's too much of a pain in the ass to hold a kid back, so they just keep passing them. We'll make it the middle school's problem. We'll make it the high school's problem. We'll make it the college's problem. We'll make it society's problem. Until you end up at the end of this entire broken, useless system, a bunch of fucking idiots who can't function in society. The University of California, San Diego, for instance, has reported a staggering 30-fold increase in the number of students unable to do basic arithmetic over the last 5 years. And I bet you admitted them all, didn't you? So a lot of data and indoctrination is subject to manipulation. You can raise graduation rates. You can give a kid a grade she may not have really earned. Oh, you think? You can literally declare a kid a graduate. Yeah, I saw that shit happen, man. Fucking dumb 304 couldn't even do basic 9th grade math. Still graduated despite allegedly the requirements for graduation being 4 math credits. She never passed a single math class. Still graduated somehow. May as well just get rid of the requirements if you're not going to enforce them anyway. Like, what's the point? The incentives are in the system to make ourselves look good. He told the Post, high GPA, high graduation rate, etc. When it's a mirage. And that is why they're falling apart now. You get it? It worked for a little while, but now the ones that ultimately matter at the end of this, the employers, they're catching on. Like, oh, wow, this school allegedly has the highest level of 4.0 GPA students, but they're all dumber than the 2.0 high school grads. Maybe we shouldn't hire anyone from this college anymore. The University of California, San Diego example is particularly stark. Just 30 of the school's incoming freshmen had below high school level math skills in current year -5. Those, okay, incoming freshmen. So these are the ones that passed admission. You guys let them in. You have no right to bitch. Well, in current year, that number rose to 900. God damn, from 30 to 900 in 5 years. I saw a shock November study released by faculty. That's 1 in 8 incoming freshmen who are unable to meet basic high school math standards for a school that takes just 30% of applicants. How fucking horrible were the other 70%? If you got these droolers that can't even count are able to get in, how bad were the remaining 70%? Holy shit. That's a trick question, by the way. The remaining 70% weren't bad at all, but they didn't check the diversity boxes. So they lost their spot to these diversity students. And all the students also have passing grades in high school math curriculum required by the University of California system. Yeah, like the guy said earlier, you could just declare anyone having passed. You could just declare they're a graduate. There's no one double checking whether you're telling the truth. Big shock here. Of those 900, an even more 70% of them, 1 in 12 members of an incoming class couldn't do middle school level math. At our campus, the picture is truly troubling, the report said, describing the school's incoming class as increasingly unprepared for the quantitative and analytical rigor at the UC or expected at UC San Diego. The problem is serious and demands immediate institutional response, the report said. Yeah, how about you fucking idiots actually have some admission standards? Hey, if you can't read or do 1 + 1, we will not let you in. How about you do some self-study or get a GED or something and learn how to do this? Then we can talk. It's not just UC San Diego that's seeing the problem. Schools across the UC system and across the country have also been seeing failing math proficiency. So you know what the solution is, actually? How about we just remove math requirements altogether? Let's justify this like, oh, well, they're never not going to have access to the internet or a computer. Oh, it's going to be fine. We don't need this. Yeah, you don't need to learn math. I mean, you're all too stupid to do it anyway, so just get rid of it. I'm sure that'll work out fine. Now, basic writing and language skills also deteriorating to below high school standards. That's because none of these schools actually have standards. Like, they pretend to. They have standards on paper, but they don't actually do any. Like, they don't implement any of this. Yeah, the school attributed its problems to the effects of the pandemic. Yeah, right. Of course, it's the pandemic. Not literal decades of this broken, corrupt system just continuing to compound this problem. Yeah, that had nothing to do with it. The current entering class would have had a large portion of its high school experience affected by lockdowns, along with the elimination of standardized testing and increased admissions from marginalized schools. Yeah, they literally just admitted it right here. Oh, yeah, we stopped testing and we purposely do diversity admissions. Hey, why is the quality going down? We need to do something about this. But they're not willing to do what worked and go back. But one factor cited was also grade inflation, a practice widespread across the country where teachers and administrators arbitrarily boost a student's grades to meet state or federal graduation rate requirements in order to receive funding. All of those requirements have to be contingent on proof. Yeah, if you can prove that these grades are legit, you're good. The practice boomed after the current year -23 Bush era No Child Left Behind Act. Yup. They're right to blame Bush for this. That No Child Left Behind Act was the dumbest thing. So all they do now is they drag every kid down to the lowest common denominator. Every kid is now dragged down to the level of the stupidest drooler in the class. That's all this did, which required states to track graduation rates and improve them by year or else face sanctions. But often just ended up with administrators devising ways to game the system to keep afloat. Yeah, and by the time this scam is uncovered, most of the time, those people that put it into place are long gone. So what are you going to do to them now? And that kind of behavior has resulted in graduation rates increasing by more than 10% over the last 2 decades, rising from 74% in the current year -18 to 87% in -5. Yeah. Oh, that's pathetic, man. But students graduating didn't necessarily mean they were learning. Yep, that's what I said. Oh, we're just going to make it the next rung up the ladders problem. As long as we wipe our hands of them and meet our quota, we'll be fine. Average SAT scores across the country dropped by nearly 100 points over the same period, in a direct inverse of the graduation rate, the Economist found. So obviously, we're going to have to do with SAT testing what they're trying to do with IQ. Oh, that test doesn't really measure anything important. Yeah, we're going to have to replace it with something that gives us the results we want. And the people who are getting hurt are the kids who have been allowed to move through such flawed school systems, experts say. Exactly. And that's why a lot of them end up just being useless activists, because taking that Soros money to protest is the only thing they're qualified to do, because they're literally useless at everything that matters. You can't fool the workplace. Yeah. And that's another reason why they're making it so difficult to get rid of people. So if you take the chance on one of these droolers and you hire them and it turns out they're not very good, you're stuck with them. If you graduated high school and didn't really earn it, that catches up to you in the workplace. And the school gets it too. The school also gets fucked, because eventually the employers are going to stop hiring anyone from that school. And this is not the kid's fault, he added. They didn't ask to be put in this situation. It all depends on how they react when they learn it. Shame on the adults who put that kid in that position of having to use these mechanisms to finish. This is literally how our whole political system works. It's all about pushing the problem onto someone else, preferably at some point far into the future when you're going to be long gone. This is just how our society works.